Hi guys, so I'm finally making a video. I think it's been like 2 weeks. Well, since I started classes again, I've been super busy because the summer semester is just like a lot of work because it's less time. So I haven't had time to make any cards, and when I do have the time, I don't have the energy. So this past Memorial Day weekend, I was able to make 2 cards. And I'll show those to you guys and show you what I used to make them. So I made this one, and they're both kind of random. I'll probably just use them as just because cards, but they're both fairy tale related. So this one says paint the roses red, and that's from the Alice in Wonderland movie. And I used the Greeting from Queen Bean, and I colored her in with my watercolors from Michaels. And I hand wrote paint the roses because I didn't want to add, thickers, it'll be too crowded. So I just hand wrote the paint the roses. And then red is a thicker pack, which is, looks like that. And I don't have it with me, but that's what it looks like. And I just doodled some hearts and a little swirly here. And I add a little heart to the eye. Then the background paper is from this stack. This is the Once Upon a Time stack. It's, I think, volume 2, and I really love this. I'm going to try to use it more often. So I used that, and I just inked the bottom so it looks like grass. And I used my Tim Holtz Peeled Paint Distress ink. Then I used some felt leaves, a border. It looks like this. It's from Queen & Co. And they're just, it's called Fall Green. There. So that's that, and I just added on the corner, and I added one right here. And the 2 bottom flowers are these. They're originally red. And then these are these like beige ones, or cream colored ones. And I sprayed some of them with this tumble dye spray. And I just did that so they looked like they were painted, like splattered. So I left them looking like that. And then this one I left it white, or cream colored. And then this little paintbrush is from a sticker pack. All the hearts are stickos. This is from a sticker pack. And I think that's it. So here's the front of the card. It's a 6x6 card. And here's the inside. This is also from the Once Upon a Time paper stack. And these, I also just made them. I used my corner rounder and some little heart stickers. So there's the first card. And then the second card I made was this one. And again, I hope you can see that well enough. And for this, I used my stamp that I got this month, they're still in May, that I got this month from the Greeting Farm. It's the Super Secret Stamp number 5. It's called Beauty. And I didn't like the way her eyes looked. I had originally stamped her with them and I colored her in. If you can kind of see, this has popped up. And I didn't like the way she looks, so I just stamped her out again separately. And I used a Q-tip to erase the part of her eyes. And then I just left them like that. So I drew them in with a pen and a light box. And I colored her in with my Spectrum Noirs. So I used that. And then the tile paper, I did it myself. I just used white cardstock. And I inked it with my Tea-Dye Distress ink. And I scored it with my Martha Stewart scoreboard. And I went over it with some like brown marker, so it looks kind of like grout. And then this, I also did it myself because I didn't have something that looked like that, and I want it to look like a balcony, so it would be kind of curved. So I curved it, and I just drew this. I hand drew it, and then I fussy cut all of this out with an X-Acto knife. And I colored it in with my Spectrum Noirs, and I drew in some vines and added some little flower gemstones. So hopefully it shows like a balcony, because that's what I was going for. And then the sky, I didn't have any navy paper, so I just got white cardstock again, and I inked it with my Memento Paris Dusk ink. I just inked it all up, and I left some white spots, so it looks like the moon is illuminating there. For the moon, I just used more white cardstock, and I used this Epiphany Crafts punch. And I punched it out and added some stickles. Then for the paper, this one, I used the Once Upon a Time stack again. And the bottom is Echo Park Reflections, and it's just a wood grain paper. Up here, I used these metal embellishments from, I think it's Butterbee Scraps, so I used a corner here, and I used one over here. And then on top of it, I added these really pretty grape pieces that my mom had gotten for me off of eBay. They look like this. And there we go. So really pretty little grapes. So I put one on each corner. And then the middle piece, this frame, it came from, where is it? Oh, here it is. From this Jolie's pack. And it actually said Napa Valley, but I would never use that. So I just took off each letter and I hand wrote Dream. And then I added these gemstones on it. And then for the wall, I just, drew some cracks on the wall so it looks old. So here and here and here and here. And then I just drew some vines on the wall as well. So here's more cracks and then vines. And they're not perfect. I mean, I'm not an artist or anything, but I did the best I could to get the look I wanted. So here's the second card. Oh, and I popped up all of this so it looks more dimensional. Okay, so here's the card, and here is the first card. So those are the two cards that I made, and thanks for watching. Bye!